Mark goes to the movies. Mark goes to the movies. Mark goes to the movies. Long kick shout. Mark goes to the movies. Mark goes to the movies. Mark goes to the movies. Mark goes to the movies.
Hey guys, welcome to Mark Goes to the Movies. Today's episode is kind of special. I have my friend Buck Lawson. He just launched his podcast, Truth Worth Trillions, with Buck Lawson. You could find it on Spotify. You could find it on not Pandora yet, but you could find it on a lot of different apps. And yeah, just really excited to have him here on the show. Well, I appreciate it, Mark. Big fan of your show. Big fan. I actually figured out how to do the podcast from your podcast episodes. I think really really good stuff. Didn't know anything about doing podcasts, and then I saw your episodes, and so easy to do. Right. I think everyone can do a podcast. I mean, this one has really taken off internationally, really big, a lot. Uh, and then just to be able to collaborate with somebody else, another person, is something I've been itching at. And you reached out to me and you said, "Yeah, I sure, would love to have you. What do you think about the podcast room?" Well, Mark, if I could be honest, the three TVs when I watch Alabama football, by God, I fucking love it. You've done a lot of good stuff in this room. I love all your movies out here. Where is your Western section? I know you ain't got a lot of Western movies. Yeah, I got like a few of them maybe, but there's not too many. A lot of the horror movies. What do you think your favorite movie is? Uh, just in general, as I was growing up. Well, Mark, I love Burt Reynolds. Smokey and the Bandit. I love it. I love that movie so much. Smokey and the Bandit, 1, 2, and 3. They need to remake Smokey and the Bandit. Burt Reynolds passed away. God bless his soul. But I would love to see more Smokey and the Bandit movies. Uh, what is it? Just any. I mean, everything's so woke nowadays. They want to make a Black Little Mermaid. They want to make a Mexican Snow White. It's all trash to me. I ain't watching those movies. Well, yeah, I didn't see those either. It's kind of weird, because they're like King George kids. Like, I don't know why a 40-year-old man would be interested in it, but to each their own. I believe, yeah, they're definitely. I like the remakes on a lot of them. Not necessarily those because they're not aimed at me, but but yeah, remakes are pretty good. It's an established IP. I like the callbacks. I like fan service. But Buck, we're gonna get into the episode. Why don't you tell us about yourself? Well, I'm from Southeast Missouri. I believe you're from Southeast Missouri too, right? I went to school at Chaffee, Missouri, so it's 2 hours south. So same area, right? Yeah, yep, same area. Delta, Missouri. Uh, wasn't that far away, but grew up in Southeast Missouri. Got a girl pregnant. Her kids live up here, so I gotta come up here now. I'm not a fan of Illinois. Just want to say it to you. A lot of bad politics over here. Right, and that's I don't agree with the governor either. I love Illinois though. I grew up uh Cahokia and born in Centerville, and then lived in Cahokia. Sorry, I had to let Max in. Um, oh boy, that's a sweet little puppy dog. I do love the Max. I see why he's on all the stuff. He sells the show. Yeah, they so born in Cahokia, Centerville, and then yeah, we moved farther south, and yeah, I just love Illinois. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel same way about Missouri. You know, uh, It's a red state. That's why I like it so much. I know Illinois is a blue state, so I don't know about the politics over here. But like I said, yeah, I'd hope they don't attack my podcast a ton. And yeah, I'm up here. I like the Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. You know, if you want to give me a Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, I'll take it. I like it. Not a fan of that Budweiser you guys got up here. Pabst Blue Ribbon or Stag. Stag's another good one. Or natural light, another one I really enjoy. I like yourself. I enjoy Joe Bob Briggs. I think Joe Bob is a saint. I dress like him. I try to look like him. I was like a big titty male girl just like him. But until then, well, yeah, no, I'll just I don't know. We'll try to do the best we can with the show and go from there. Uh, well, I want to do more news politics. I think politics around the world are a little crazy right now. They make fun of themselves for the most part, right? Yeah, I tend to stay away from politics because I don't, I think it's it's divisive. So if you could poke fun at it, then yeah, sure, that sounds great, man. Um, Favorite movie, Smoking the Bandit, right? Or Harley Davidson, the Marlboro Man, is another good one too, right? Anything Burt Reynolds, I guess. Uh, enjoy the beer, the alcohol. Do you drink hard drinks? Well, now the last time I did drink hard liquor, I drank a fifth of Jack when old Betty Sue broke up with me in my senior year, and I went streaking. Right, I saw that movie Old School, and I went streaking, and I went to the Taco Bell because I got a little hungry, from all that running. And would you believe that Taco Bell has you gotta wear clothes in Taco Bell? That's not a high fine restaurant. That's a pretty I thought laid back place, right? Live Moss. Live Moss. And well, when you're in Taco Bell, uh I had to pay for the food somehow, right? Oh no, what'd you get your food at? Like obviously where's your money? Well, it's it's in my hand wallet. I'm uh, I'm afraid to admit it. Yeah, it was at my bum. And apparently that money's no good. I don't know where in the Constitution where that where was that as illegal, but money's got to go somewhere. I don't know where the lady thought I was gonna put it. Right, I don't know if I'd want the poop money, but yeah, that's all right. Maybe stay away from the hard liquor. What about so we have a mutual friend, I guess. You met a guy, Mark Goosens. Oh yeah, little Mark. I call I believe he's told me about you. That's how I found about the show a little bit. Uh, Mark Goosens, he likes hookers. He does enjoy the hookers. I'm sure he told you his car was stolen. No, he lets the hookers use it. Well, my golly, I had suspected a few things when he gets robbed like 7, 8 times that he's giving these hookers his car after they give him some. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's a slippery slope for Goose. We call him Goose. We met him at QPSI, a place we used to work, and you can't have two marks in the group, so one has to be Goose, and I get to keep my name. So uh, a good trade off. Well, yeah, right. I would enjoy the name Goose. That is an interesting name. Hopefully the boy gets away from the hookers, especially the ugly ones. The ugly hookers, they are not worth your car, right? $50 is $50. That's the end of the transaction. You don't get my $1,000 cars, thousands of dollars for my car. You ain't stealing my truck, right? $20, $20, right? As you said you're gonna do what you're gonna do, right? You want to use the hands? That's five. As much as I'll pay for a hand, I can do it myself. Now, you want a little more? A little more, but it ain't nothing worth my car, my truck, you know? And that's my lifeline. I got it all expended up in the air and everything. I put a lot of lifts in that. Got the Confederate flag just like the General Lee. I didn't think they could do that anymore, but all right. Um, yeah, just real Goose gets clean, and yeah, it seems like he's getting ripped off for sexual favors for a car, but maybe it's really good. I don't know. I think his girlfriend's name's T-Bone, and it's interesting. Now, so we went to the movies. What about music? Is it just gonna be politics, or do you talk about other things like music and movies and books? Well, maybe every now and then when the movies and music get into the news and everything, these all Hollywood elites, they're raping children and shit. I don't know about that. That's something we want to stay away from, right? Raping children's bad, not good. And then music wise, I think they're raping children too. Everyone's just raping children, and they need to go to jail. You know, the Illuminati will not let them go to jail. The Illuminati, they're hiding up their crimes and everything. And quite frankly, I think it's despicable. I think it's not good at all. I think they should all be in jail, but to each their own. I think baby Jesus gonna come back and he's gonna save them, and he's gonna put all these pedophiles in jail and kill them all. Right? Yeah, it's again not a political person, but it's we all should agree pedophiles are bad. If you look in the movies, why you with Matthew Broderick or Jerry Seinfeld, dating he was like 40 some years old dating a 20-year-old woman. Yeah, it gets pretty bad when you think about it. Do you yourself, Buck? Do you have a lady or girlfriend or wife? Well, me and Peggy Sue, we're a non-exclusive couple, I would say. Uh, Peggy, she got to make money. She works in Piggly Wiggly, doesn't make a whole lot of money, but you know, it- I'm hopeful one day that I find a Mrs. Lawson. First time didn't work out. You're a little monster, little gobble monster. But no, it's I would say maybe I am open to be swept off my feet. Uh, when I get famous from this podcast, though, just know that I might not be there anymore. Buck is a in demand person, I'd say. Again, Burt Reynolds, uh, mustache like Burt Reynolds, suave like Burt Reynolds, Alan Jackson hair. I got the nice mullet. Uh, Voice of an angel. I think we'd all agree with that. And yeah, I think when Peggy Sue decides to settle down, maybe we settle down. But for right now, not really the case. Yeah, that's it's tough in the dating world. It's not good. Uh, it's pretty rough. Let's see. So movies. We didn't do music. I heard you say Alan Jackson's hair. Is that you listen to a lot? By God, 90s country is God's music. Alan Jackson, Travis Tritt, Tim McGraw, all these guys. These are the guys that I like to peer my appearance after, I guess. Uh, you know, today's music it's just not good. Uh, unless it's country, I don't really want no part of it. Yeah, I 90s country's pretty great. The new country, not so much. But to each their own. Uh, y- what do you hope to accomplish with your podcast? Well, Mark, I want to become famous. I'm not gonna lie. I want the money. I want the bitches. I want the giant triple duplex. That's three. Sorry, three duplexes put together to one giant duplex. So it's a triple duplex. That means it's gonna have 12 bathrooms, a bunch of rooms, right? I have room for my guitars, uh, uh, room for my spitting tobaccos. I just a room I just spit tobacco in it, and me and Peggy Sue, we're gonna have like 40 kids, I think, many as possible. I'm like a rabbit, when I get that Bluetooth in me, I get the rabbit. If Bluetooth won't sponsor me, my God, I'll take that sponsorship any day of the week. But no, it just become famous, and I want to be Burt Reynolds famous. I want to be in a one of those limousines with the bull horns on top of it. In the front of the hood, and that's the whole goal. I want to be Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds famous. I want a white suit with a bolo tie and a nice white hat made out of leather. White leather is what I want. That's the high class of society. And I want to be able to go to every Florida Georgia Line concert I can, and I maybe open up for them. Maybe I just talk for like 30 minutes. And yep, that's the goal. That's a quite a bit of a goal. That do you How would that open with you just opening for a concert? You just talking for 30, 45 minutes every night? It could be a little rough. Well, I try to do as many as I can. Uh, it is exhausting. I do got to work. I am a part truck driver, part mailman. I do anything that causes driving. That's my job. I drive a mail truck. I drive an Amazon truck. I drive a forklift. I drive anything with wheels. And I'm a four per job hire, so if you need anything moved with a car, I can do it. So good to know for everyone out there in Spotify land or Pandora land, wherever you're listening. Buck Lawson is available to hire. Get him now before he becomes famous, and then he's opening for Florida Georgia line. Uh, Well, Buck, anything else you want to add? We're really enjoyable. It's so nice having a podcast partner on the show, and just having another voice here, and just to see if you want to add anything. Mark, I really appreciate you letting me on the show. Right? You need anything, and brother, I mean anything, I will get it for you. Right? You want to take an old term of Peggy Sue on the house? I'll talk her into a discount. Right? Uh, this Putting my platform out there is really good stuff. And I just want people to listen to me, and I want them to spread the word. Is all I want to do. I want to spread the word of Buck Lawson, the good word of Buck Lawson. And just can't thank you enough. All right, no problem, man. It's all my pleasure. This has been Mark from Mark Goes to the Movies. Buck from Buck sorry, Truth Worth Trillions. I don't think we said the name of the show very often. It is Truth Worth Trillions with Buck Lawson. You could find it on Spotify. You could find it on iHeartRadio, Pandora, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Amazon. And let's make Buck Burt Reynolds famous.